Met Opera Global Summer Campers. It's me, Camp Counselor Dan. Hi, everyone. How's it going today? Where are you watching? Where are you watching us from? Where on earth are you? I want to know. Let me know. Oh my gosh, it scared you, Marcia? Did I scare you? Did my sensational tuxedo shirt scare you because of its awesomeness? I think that's what happened. Friends, great to see you. If you have never met me before, my name is Camp Counselor Dan. Some of you call me Spider Dan, there it is. My pronouns are he, him. I'm coming to you today from Lenape land, which is also known as the East Village of Manhattan. And I am a white gentleman with black silvery hair that's parted to the side, there it is, the side. I have greenish brown eyes. I have a mustache, a little stubble on my face. And today I'm wearing a t-shirt that is patterned to look like a tuxedo. Can you guess why I'm wearing this shirt? Do you know why? Because it's Camper Showcase Day, and you're putting on a show for me. Yes, hello, please. Everyone needs a tuxedo shirt. Agreed. It's essential. Thank you, Tal. Friends, I'm so happy to welcome our other camp counselors in here today. Let's kick it off with our very, very good friend, Mr. Timothy Brunner, or as you call him, Bat Tim. Hey, Tim, how's it going?
Hello, friends. As you can see, I have donned my fancy red bow tie and my tuxedo because we are ready for a ball with this Cinderella week we've had. It's great to be here, friends.
So happy to have you here. And let's welcome, please, Camp Counselor Stephanie Hendricks, all the way from the great state of Maine. Hi, Stephanie. There you are. Hi, welcome.
Hi. Hello, friends. I am so happy to be here. I got a little fancy too in my lace dress and some sparkly jewels. I am ready for this ball and for you to share all your fabulousness.
I'm so happy to have you here. Let's get our friends from Dancing Classrooms in here. We've got Miss Akemi. Miss Akemi, welcome. Hi, how are you?
I am very good. Today I'm wearing the red and the black dress to match a beautiful bow ties that Mr. Dan and Mr. Tim wearing. And I am originally from Japan. I have a long black hair tied in the back, and I'm so excited to see everybody's showcase today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And Stephanie and Tim, I forgot to ask you if you would give a quick little description of yourself. I know, Stephanie, you mentioned your necklace, but could you describe your surroundings maybe or anything else about you for our new campers?
Sure. So I am a white woman with reddish brown hair. I am sitting in my breakfast nook in front of a green curtain and some photos of my ancestors. And and I'm wearing a navy blue dress with some lace patterning on it. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, thank you. And Camp Counselor Tim, I know you're in your usual spot, but could you please describe that for anyone who might be joining us for the first time?
Absolutely, friends. Bat Tim here. I am a white male with glasses and a buzz cut, very short hair because it's very hot here in Texas in the summer, sitting in my fabulous green chair with a gray background.
All right, we have so many camp counselors here today. Let's add to the stream, Miss Beata. Miss Beata, welcome. Hi, how are you?
Hello, everybody. I'm great. I am sitting in a big, bright room. There's a fireplace behind me. And I'm wearing a beads little necklace, and my hair is open, and I have like a black tank top on top. But I'm feeling great, and I'm so looking for everybody to see what you worked on with Cenerentola.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you're here. And we have one final surprise guest today. I hope you're as surprised as I am. I'm so excited to welcome Mr. Aaron. What's going on?
Hello.
Oh my gosh. Hi everyone. You're getting all the hellos. Hi everyone. We're all here. Oh my gosh, Mr. Aaron, could you describe your getup today? You look pretty fancy.
Oh, well, I saw everybody in their bow ties and dresses and hair down and everything. I was like, so I ran around. I found this hat that has a feather in it. It's actually my musketeer hat, but it'll do for a ball, right?
Oh yeah.
And I thought this quick ascot, sort of yellow scarf around the neck would suffice for today. But yes, and I'm a white male, sort of blonde hair and a gray shirt, and I'm in my studio at home with a bunch of instruments and a tree by me.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun, and I love having all of our counselors here. Hi everyone, Camp Counselor Tim, Bat Tim, will you take it away for us, friend?
Absolutely.
All
Friends,
right.
this week we dove into Rossini's Cinderella story, La Cenerentola, which we learned about has many, many different Cinderella stories from all across the globe that we got to learn and share about this week. And one of the many, many things that makes Rossini's operatic retelling of this story very unique is this tangled, hot mess of relationships. And now, Camp Counselor Stephanie, can you tell us a little bit about one of our activities? What a tangled web. How did that fit into the opera? What was that all about?
So there's this one scene in the opera in Act 2, particularly where Cenerentola's stepfather and stepsisters are so confused because there are people who have been appearing in disguise and they don't really know who's who and who's the real prince and what's going on. And in some of the productions, there's a string that winds around all the characters that kind of shows how they're all kind of woven together and how things are very mixed up. And so for this activity, I thought, let's try to replicate that by getting everybody involved and creating some human knots and see if we can untangle our own webs.
Absolutely. Now, friends, I know many of you have tried it, and so we have one of our favorites here from our friends in Matamoros, Tamaulipas, in Mexico, who showed us how it's done in, catch this, less than 60 seconds. Buckle up, friends. Here we go.
Here we go.
That was pretty wild. I don't know if I could do it in less than 60 seconds.
That
but
was so awesome.
Certainly my family would not be able to do it that quickly.
Oh my gosh.
Part of our really awesome creative challenge that we've had, I know this is a highlight of many's, the creative challenge from Miss B. This week, our creative challenge was to retell the Cinderella story through whatever art-making medium we are most comfortable with and most passionate about as well. And so to kick us off, friends, is Amara from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, who shares with us a dance that she created to retell the story. Let's take a look. I love that so much. And I think what was so awesome about that is that how with movement and moving our bodies, we can tell a story without even any words. I thought that was so cool.
Oh my gosh, Miss Pieta, Miss Akemi, what did you think of that elegant dancing? Miss Akemi?
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, Mr. Dom is right. Mr. Tim was right. There's so many stories in the beautiful movements with all that extra, animal friends. It was so good. I love the story, how she depicted the story. Amazing job.
Yes. What about you, Miss Beata? What did you think?
I can see that she had some ballet background. I can see that Damara did some ballet background. And I love the editing. The editing was so amazing how she appeared in different outfits. That was great. Loved
Absolutely.
it.
So good. So good. Wow. What's next, Bat Tim?
Now, Camp Counselor Stephanie this week has reminded us that Cenerentola practiced kindness, giving to others what she really wished that she received in return. Oh my gosh, Camp Counselor Stephanie, could you tell us a little bit more about that part?
Sure. So in that part, Cenerentola's story celebrates goodness, and by the end, she's able to offer forgiveness even to her family members who have been so rude and treated her so unfairly. And so I sort of wanted to encourage campers this week to embrace that surprise and delight, pay it forward, spread some kindness to others. And so they had a couple of different options for doing that. I'm so excited for us to all take a look at what they came up with.
Absolutely. In this next clip, sent in by our buddy Alex over in New York City, let's listen to a part of his retelling of Cenerentola and take a look at how he shows us how to pay it forward in his neighborhood.
My name is Alex, and this is my viola, Cenerentola. 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 La Cenerentola. Everybody was about to go to the ball, but Cinderella wasn't able to because the dad, Aladoro, came, and the dad was telling lies and being mean to her. And I was like, stop being mean, be nice. No. But Aladoro helped her to get to the ball with the fancy clothes.
Oh, there is so much love. And I just know, Alex, that your community, buddy, you have just spread so much joy to so many people.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes, all the hearts.
All the hearts. That was amazing, Alex. Well done. What a wonderful idea.
Wow.
Now, another one of our really favorite things that we got to do this week was to see all of you retell the Cinderella story in your own words, which was really awesome. Camp Counselor Stephanie, you did such an awesome job putting together that huge compilation of so many stories from all across the globe. Now, this first video we're going to look at is from Catherine in New York City, who created a version of Cinderella called Cinder Cat. So all of our cat lovers out there, you're in for a treat. Let's take a look.
When Cinderella entered the ballroom, everyone stopped dancing and looked at her. Ah!
Who is she?
Who is she?
Who is he? The prince and Cinderella danced all night. Cinderella was the happiest she had ever been. But her stepmother and stepsisters weren't as happy. It's of no use. The prince has been dancing with this girl all night. He only has eyes for her. We're going home. I'm done. Oh no! I have to go back home too. When she left the castle, the magic of the clothes faded. As she ran out, she did not notice the prince coming after her. Stop! Stop! Yes? I think I found my bride. Me? Yes. But my dresses are so bad, I only have one. And I'm so poor. You won't be when you marry me. But then let's walk together and get to know each other. That's a great idea. Cinderella, you'd better have made the beds and cleaned the house. Now come and help us change. What? Your Majesty! Oh, I have found my bride. We're going to get married tonight. We're truly sorry for treating you so miserably, Cinderella. That's all right, said Cinderella. I forgive you. The prince and Cinderella got married that night, and they lived happily ever after. The end.
Wasn't that amazing? Oh my gosh, all the applause. Oh my gosh. Now we have so many to get through, friends, so we're going to fly through these. Now, next up, we have Abigail, Eleanor, and Clara from San Diego, California, over on the West Coast here in the States, who shared with us a really awesome stop motion film that they put together to retell the classic tale. Y'all's stop motion game is so good. Oh my goodness, friends, you have just done incredible work. Now, those are two very familiar types of stories. And what I've loved is, Camp Counselor Stephanie, do you have a favorite version of the Cinderella story? I know there's so many out there.
There are so many out there. I have a couple of favorites. I love Cinderella Skeleton, which is a version of the Cinderella story that takes place in a cemetery of all places with a skeleton Cinderella princess. I love it because the poetry in that version is so beautiful. But if we're going traditional, I think Tattercoats is my favorite version. And friends, you'll find both of those linked in that massive virtual library that I curated for you. So if you didn't get a chance to check both of those out, you still can.
Absolutely. Now, one of my favorites is actually a brand new story that we're about to see. Now, friends, the next two clips that we're going to spotlight are our original Cinderella stories. So first up, we're going to head across the pond for a clip from Audrey and Hazel from Cambridge, England. And Audrey wrote a really awesome new story called Cinderella, the Opera Story. And you'll see really awesome illustrations from her little sister, Hazel.
Hello, my name is Audrey. I wrote our Cinderella story. Cinderella was always tidying up after her greedy little brother and selfish father, but she had a kind mother and a caring big brother. She tidied up the dishes, the toys, and all of the things that were left by her family. The young kind girl also mopped the floor and dusted the cobwebs off the ceilings and drawers. Once she was tidying up the dusty old cottage, she sang her favorite opera music to cheer herself up. La la la. One day, a golden letter arrived at the family's house, and everybody looked at it excitedly. It said the Royal Opera House would like all children to come to an audition. Cinderella looked nervously at her dad and asked, "Can I go too?" "No, you can't," answered Dad. Cinderella sadly rushed into her bedroom and cried on her pillow. Quietly, her gentle brother joined her and he explained, "I am a clown." Then he gave her some of his clothes to wear and told her, "Use this to disguise yourself as me to go to the opera." "You deserve to go because you sing very well," he said. Cinderella arrived at the magnificent red opera house dressed as a boy. Not even her parents, who were the audience, recognized her. Without a sound, she peeked through the curtains and saw the concert hall was so big that she thought it could fit 300 African elephants. After a while, the audition started and she sang at the top of her voice. All at once, the other singers stopped singing and stared in amazement. At 12 noon, her parents would be going home, so she ran out of the music hall, but then her friendship bracelet fell off. The principal called after her, but Cinderella kept on going home. Who was that boy? The next morning, the teacher had a plan and would try the friendship bracelet on all the boys' wrists. He went through the whole village, but none of them fit. Then he saw a house that he had forgotten to check. He tried the friendship bracelet on Cinderella's brothers, but it didn't fit. All of a sudden, Cinderella said, "Can I try the bracelet on?" "You can't, because you aren't a boy," the father laughed. "I don't know, but I will let her try on the bracelet," the principal answered. "It was the perfect match, because you sing so well." "Would you like to sing in an opera?" asked the teacher. "Yes," she said, as she smiled and her bright eyes opened widely. The end.
That was so awesome. And I love everyone is getting into character. We can hear it in all your voices. It was just so awesome. Now, for our next clip, friends, we are going all the way over to Calcutta, India, for an original story called Cinderella's Friends from our buddy Tintin.
Cinderella sat alone at home while his mom went out and did whatever work she could find. He didn't have any toys or any friends. He just stared out of the window at the other kids playing outside. One day, in a dusty corner, he found a pile of old books. "Tom Sawyer," he read. Every afternoon, from then on, he escaped to new worlds and made new friends. He wrote stories about animals and birds. He read out his stories to real friends. He wasn't shy anymore. He sold his stories. People loved them. Now he and his mom live in a big, beautiful house near the ocean.
I thought that was just incredible.
Wow.
And what a fascinating new take. Now we have one more of this fascinating segment that we're doing here of these news stories. And so rounding out our story segment is our friends Reagan, Madison, Devin, and Peyton, all the way from Hawaii here in the US, who were so inspired by Vogue's 73 questions that they do with celebrities all the time, that they made their own version of 20 questions with Cenerentola. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the Met. Here's 20 questions with Cenerentola. What's one thing that you own that you truly cherish?
My bracelet.
One fashion accessory you'll never buy.
Giraffes.
One fashion accessory the world should make illegal.
Canes.
One fashion accessory that never lets you down.
Sparkles and hoop skirts.
What's one snack you always have around?
Red apples.
Favorite drink to share with a friend?
Cenerentola, get my tea!
Coffee. What's one thing you had to have at your wedding?
A really big cake.
What's the first thing that you want to buy and put in your new palace? A couch with 4 legs. What's one food you've always wanted to try but never have? Spaghetti. Favorite kind of music? Opera. Favorite composer? Rossini. Favorite hobby that you'll never give up? Singing. How do you describe yourself in 3 words?
Kind, generous, and caring.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Ask me a question.
Bullies. What's the most special quality in a guy?
Kindness.
Something that you have mixed feelings about?
Secrets.
So, your least favorite game in the world? Whoa.
Cards.
Yeah. A game you always win?
Musical chairs.
One animal you never ever want to be?
A fly stuck in a spider web.
Ew. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Don't be afraid.
Thank you. Bye.
I love that so much. And friends, the creativity that you have just sparked is just out of this world. And what a fascinating idea. Isn't that, Spider Dan?
Absolutely. And I'm reading a comment from camp counselor Dr. Kamala, who says, I'm amazed at how many elements of the opera Cenerentola you incorporated into your answers. Brave. Yay. This was amazing. I agree, Rebecca.
Absolutely. Now, friends, a lot of us are donned our special fancy apparel, and many of you have done the same. And I can't wait to see what some of you are even going to wear to the ball that we're going to have here in just about an hour, friends. But until then, we're going to share with you some really incredible ball costumes that you all have created. So we have a short little montage from the following friends that have put together their Cinderella costume creations. And so the first tab you'll see is Valeria from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and then Lydia and Layla from the Bronx, New York, and then rounding it out is Andrea from Monterrey, Mexico.
Hi, I'm Valeria. I'm Venezuelan, and I currently live in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Right now, I'm getting ready for the Prince Ball. My makeup is done, but I haven't put on my dress yet. Do you want to see it? Ready to dance.
Hello, Lydia and Layla here from Bronx, New York.
Hi.
And today we're showing our fancy dresses. Now let's get into character.
I think we're ready for Cinderella Ball.
Yes, we're wearing our fancy dress.
Now let's leave.
Bye-bye.
You all are ready to hit the runway, let me tell you.
So fun.
Now for our next one, Miss B, we're coming your way because we are going to the art studio. For our next one, we're going to see a creation from Ishan in Seattle, Washington, who shows us his costume creation.
Go.
That was awesome.
Oh my gosh. So wonderful.
Absolutely. Now, our friend Ava from Liverpool is going to show us a bracelet that she made. Now, camp counselor Stephanie, of course it's summer camp. Of course we're going to make bracelets, but there was a huge tie-in with our opera. What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold on. Hold that thought.
Oh my gosh.
Pump the
What
brakes.
is going on? It's that time, everyone. It's joke o'clock. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have to get to some very, very high quality jokes that have been submitted. Okay.
Lay it on us.
This is from Diego in Argentina. Diego asks, who is the rattlesnake's favorite writer? This is more like a riddle almost. Any takers? Okay, we have one. What do you think?
Shakespeare?
What? Oh my God. You got it. Okay, we've got one more joke for today from Evita in California. I love this one. What's a camel's favorite style of clothing? We are high fashion today, after all.
Hello.
What do you think, Miss Akemi, Mr. Aaron? Anyone? Miss Stephanie, I think you have it.
Is it camouflage?
Oh my gosh, you got both of them.
Two. Yeah.
Very good. I'm sorry I interrupted you, but we had to get to joke o'clock, didn't we?
Now, camp counselor Stephanie, you are quick on your toes, Fred. That is very good.
That's very good.
It's the English teacher in me because I love words so much, but those were incredible jokes. They're fabulous.
Absolutely. Now, before our next video, tell us a little bit more about our bracelets.
So what's really interesting about Cenerentola, as opposed to some of the other Cinderella stories, is that instead of a glass slipper or even a fur slipper, what we have are these bracelets that our main characters, our protagonists, use to recognize each other and to unite themselves together in their happy ending at the end. So friendship bracelets for summer camp, bracelets for Cenerentola, it just went together perfectly.
Let's check out Ava's submission.
Hi, I'm Ava from England, and I made a bracelet out of wire and beads, and a little thing down here. It is, I think, a seashell, but it's not a bead. And for the frame of this bracelet, I used this really thick wire, but it was too thick and I couldn't fit the beads on it. So I used this little thin wire and twisted it round, and I made these little kind of curls for the green beads. And then I twisted it, curled it around the seashell at the bottom. So it would stay there. And I used these little green beads and these gold kind of transparent ones, because gold and green goes very well together, I think.
Do you want to put it in your hand so we could see how it looks?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Bye.
Those are awesome. And that's just one of a ton, friends. You will see a lot more of those gorgeous creations in our slideshow in a little bit. Now, one more to round out our costume creations. We're going to head over to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where our friend Genevieve has created a really awesome one. And you'll see it in action too with her dance moves. Now, huge fun fact. This is really awesome. Now, her mom shared with us that the ballroom skirt is the inside of her mom's Yeji Baba dress. And now Yeji Baba, if friends from last year, you might recognize that name from the fairy tale opera Rusalka, which is the story of the Little Mermaid we learned about a little bit last year. So let's take a look at our final costume creation. Now, I don't know about you, friends, but all that spinning got me a little dizzy. But it also made me think of the incredible dancing that we did with our incredible teachers here. So this next video is a compilation of some of our campers with this week's Get Moving Monday dance. Bravi tutti!
Oh my gosh. Miss Hakemi, Miss Beata, what did you think? Did they nail it?
They completely nailed it. Exactly the same movements. Nobody made a mistake. Everybody's exactly to the same direction. It was absolutely perfect. I'm thrilled.
Me too. How beautiful.
A huge shout out to our friends who were in that awesome dance compilation. That was Shivangana from Muscat, Oman, Andrea and Marifer from Monterrey, Mexico, and our buddy Alex from New York City. And speaking of New York City, if you're anything like me, friends, all that dancing has surely created an appetite in your tummy. And so our friend Mimi from New York shows us her Cinderella-inspired treat that she's been cooking up this week in her kitchen. And boy, do I wish I could get a taste of this. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it, friends.
You could put Joyce DiDonato right on the top of that cake. That's how beautiful it is.
Now, Mr. Aaron, this next segment, you are going to love what our campers have created. And part of our challenge from Miss Goosey this week was to create some really awesome special musical challenges. So first up, here's Dancing Cat 2.0, our buddy Ben from Kansas City with his musical challenge. See if you can guess the song that he's playing.
Hi, you know what this song is? That's right. It's Sonata K545 by Mozart. Here's part of the original song. Thanks for watching.
Aaron, wasn't that an awesome transformation of that tune?
That was incredible. Yeah, I was like, can we watch it again? That was so cool. Well done. Oh my.
Wow.
That was the hippest version of that song I've ever heard. Yeah.
So cool.
Absolutely. We have another really awesome musical creation, and this next one is from Megan from London, England, over in the UK, who shares with us an original song that she wrote, which actually reflects on the Vietnamese Cinderella story, Tom Kam. So let's listen.
Hi, this is Megan. So for the music project of the La Cenerentola section, I wrote a song based on the Vietnamese story of Tam Kam, which is a bit like Cinderella, especially in the start. So enjoy!
Wow. That was beautiful. I mean, gorgeous voice, and I love the way that you found to soar this melody over these repeating, like very calm piano figures. But the melody is so interesting, and it goes to all these different places, and it comes back. That was really lovely. Nice work.
Absolutely. I just need that on like repeat. That was just like so soothing. Just such a beautiful voice. Now, friends, before we get to our slideshow, one of our favorite parts is to recap some of our special moments that are each of our favorites. And so, friends, as we go through a short little compilation of different reviews from across the globe, you're going to hear Marifer from Monterrey, Blau Vista from Kiev, Ukraine, and Marilia from Montevideo, Uruguay. And so as we go through these, type us a message in the chat and say, is that yours? Tell us what your favorites are as you hear these 3 reviews.
Well, the review is pretty simple, but I like the opera. And the character I most like is Cenerentola. I love the opera because it shows you how you can make kindness work in your life, even if you are treated pretty bad. And well, my favorite part was on the opera. I loved it. I love the singers, and I love the production. Really, I love it. And well, that's it. Thank you. Bye.
I think that the costumes, settings, and sets were amazing, but I think that the stepsisters needed a more updated look. The music was awesome, but my favorite part would probably be the end, where Cenerentola sang her last aria. It was beautiful. My favorite character was the angel. I think that the angel came to Cenerentola to reward her for her hard work to her stepfamily. I loved the angel because it was even better than the fairy godmother. I loved everything except for the costumes of the stepsisters. I think I give this opera a 9 out of 10. It was really good. Bye!
The part I most like is when the prince asks his valet to tell him about the sisters, and I really like the music of that part because it's beautiful. And the character I most like is Cenerentola because she is very kind and I really like her. And I also like the overture because it's really like the music's happy and all that. And I also like the part where, when the valet is there with the Don Magnifico, and he asks the prince to tell him who is he going to marry, and it's also very funny. Thank you, bye.
I love all those moments, and I know we can go on for days about this incredible production, but boy, have we had such a special and magical week learning together all about this incredible opera. And
now,
as always, yes, Spider Dan.
Sorry, Camp Counselor Tim, we did have one last minute entry that just snuck its way into my email, and I want to share this special message from Mary, Tal, Kyrat, Noam, Valeria, and Kaylin with someone very, very special. Let's check this out. See if you can guess who this is for.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't think you were going to get out of here without us celebrating your birthday, which is tomorrow.
Hands down the best birthday gift I've ever received and probably will ever receive. So much love for all of our campers and our global community. Big virtual hug for all of you. Thank you all so much. But also, friends, a huge thank you to all of our camp counselors, especially Camp Counselor Stephanie, for all the work that you've done this week. Thank you all so much for being here. And next week, we continue our Rossini Roundup, as I like to call it, with Camp Counselor Emily, who's going to take us into a really fun new opera that we'll talk about next week. But until then, friends, here's one final look at this week's activities.
Go. Gosh, that was wonderful, everyone. Thank you so much. Tim, that was an incredible amount of work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone's work was so amazing, Bobby. You're so right. Friends, a special thank you to all of our camp counselors for joining us today. Oh my gosh, we have Miss Akemi, Miss Stephanie, Miss Beata, Mr. Aaron, and Camp Counselor Tim. You are just the best. Thank you all for being here. Friends, we have about 35 minutes before our dance party. I hope you are all getting ready, get gussied up, and get your dancing shoes on. We're going to use the Zoom platform for our dance party. It will be the same link that you use to join our Moving Monday and our Operatic Deep Dive. So just go back to the same link. You can also register again. And of course, if you have any questions or you can't find it, you can always email us about anything at summercamp@medopera.org. That's about the Google Classroom, but you can find the link there too. All right, friends, we'll see you in about 30 minutes now. I'm talking way too much. I cannot wait. See you next week. I cannot wait for Le Comptoir. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Wait, I got to get the video. Bye. Yeah, wait, there it goes. Bye.